Hi, my name is Kush Changela, and I'm a senior at UNC studying computer science. And the app that I have created is the world's hardest game. So it consists of a square, which we can move around, and some blue dots that'll be obstacles that resets us if we hit them. And then we're supposed to go from the left green square to the right green square. So let me go ahead and just jump into it. So we start off with a very easy level. All the levels are based on this same map. So once we get into the green area, after a little bit of time, it'll reset us and we'll move on to the next level. And one thing I did is I have these LEDs moving to indicate what level you are right here. So as we continue to go into the next level, it should move to the very next part. So if I hit the blue square, if it hits me, it'll reset me all the way back to the beginning. So my goal is to basically make it to the other side without hitting the green square. So after this, it gets a little bit harder. So each level we're going to be adding dots, and the speed in terms of the blue little dots or squares is about double the speed of the red square in terms of movement. And the way I'm moving is using just the WASD keys. So now that we've moved on, you can see that the LED has moved forward now that we've passed 2 more levels. So this is a little bit more difficult. So let's move. And now we are on the final level, level 4. And this is 0 index levels. So this is by far the hardest. This is very nostalgic of the actual first level of the game. You basically can't stay anywhere or else you're going to get hit. So you have to keep moving once you get into this area. So I'll cut to me getting past this level. So I just made it finally, and at the end you see some W show up at the top that moves back and forth, indicating that you've won. And at this point you can keep on going. The levels will just kind of keep increasing for a little bit, and if I feel like I don't really want to play anymore, if I want to hand it off to someone else, if they want to start over, you can go ahead and just press the R key and it resets the board basically back to the very beginning. Do this at any time. You can always just press R, reset everything back to square one. So the hardest problem or challenge that I had was probably, first off, just getting the screen memory done. There isn't really a lot of symmetry here, so a lot of it was just drawing lines and squares, and that took a lot of time. Other thing was getting the movement down of the squares and the little blue dots, because I found that you had to constantly keep in memory what is underneath the square at this time, and then whenever I move, I have to replace that. So it's a lot of keeping track of everything, so the board doesn't actually change as I move. And then I would say the other thing is getting a ton of blue dots on the screen. It was a lot of keeping track of memory. Had to modularize my code a lot just to make sure I'm not writing too much. But overall, it was a super fun project because this game's really nostalgic for me, and I'm sure for many others. So I really enjoyed it a lot, and especially the final product. Thanks.